Unknown Gamer here, and this video is my first for NBA. I know I have NBA2k17 and 18, but I want to start off this first. So I'm doing a game of the Cleveland Cavaliers against Golden State Warriors, and I'm Cavs because that's my main team. Let me know in the comments section who you'd like to win, and or who's your favorite NBA team. Well, let's get this started, shall we?
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out there in Cleveland, where it'll be the Cavaliers against the Golden State Warriors. Well, for Golden State, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And LeBron James last season got some MVP votes, and while he didn't come away with the award, I think, Kenny, that most would consider him the best player in the league, if not the world.
Well, he's the most difficult player to guard or have a game plan for. Nobody can really take over a game like he does, and the problem that you have with LeBron is who guards him, what position you put on him.
You know, any team that LeBron is on is considered a title contender, and you can't say that about anyone else in the league, so that's why he's the MVP every year.
Now let's send it down to Kevin Harlan as we approach tip-off.
It's the home of the Cavaliers here in Cleveland, Ohio, as we bring you an interconference match here at the Quicken Loans Arena. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. So Golden State will get the first possession. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, the Splash Brothers are the guards. Barnes and Green are the forward set, and it's Bogut in at the 5 down low. 2 summers ago, all anyone could talk about was LeBron James and the return to Cleveland.
I mean, you couldn't write that stuff, Kevin. I mean, it was unbelievable, the storyline. I mean, after all the acrimony between LeBron and the ownership as well as the fans, but you know what? He said it best. He truly is back where he belongs.
He's home.
Yes.
He's home. And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. Curry wide open. Rebound, Love.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And James gets it to go on the assist by Irving. LeBron's got 5 now.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. The finish, and LeBron throws it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Here's Curry. The Cavaliers making the shot.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
LeBron drives in. It's stolen by Bogut. Curry against LeBron. Right side Curry. Sinks the triple. Curry's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
Irving against Curry. Irving dishes to Love. LeBron James on the wing. Cleveland moving it around. Back to Mozgov. Clock at 6. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And that one's good. Shumpert.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Cavs didn't start the season as a team built around the 3, but they would end it that way.
Yeah, and after the trade for Smith and Shumpert, it changed their dynamic. All of a sudden, they can do a lot of damage from beyond the arc.
And here is James after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Green against Love. And Shumpert kicks to Mozgov. It's stolen by Bogut. Curry against Irving. It's Curry with the drive. It's tipped. No good from LeBron.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And you know, for the Cavs, they ended up in the top 5 and made threes per game, but they actually led the NBA in made threes per game after the trade.
Here's Mozgov after the made shot from Klay Thompson. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Shot from the wing. Can't get it to go. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way.
And last season, the Cavs would shatter all sorts of franchise records in the 3 department. I mean, makes sense to have that many shooters on your roster when LeBron opens up so much in terms of floor space.
A platoon swap here for Cleveland. Golden State also making some changes. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Now here's Jefferson. Back to Smith. Kicks it to Jefferson. Williams for 3. And another miss by Cleveland. Golden State's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And Jefferson sends it back. And they'll keep possession. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. So we'll see Klay Thompson go to the line here. That one on Jefferson. And the Warriors making a change here. Azili's checked in. Now here's Williams. Out to Thompson. Takes a 3. Jefferson's shot is off.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Verajao passes to Jefferson. Iguodala against Verajao. Out to Smith. Shot to stop the drought. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night.
And how big was last year's trade for J.R. Smith? I mean, sent from the Knicks to the Cavaliers around midseason, Smith began to post some of the better numbers of his career, helping prove that for a tumultuous personality like Smith's, environment is key.
The Warriors leading. Iguodala dishes to Thompson. Here's Azili, and Thompson sends it back.
You got a narrow edge here in rebounding early on. You wonder how much that'll play going forward.
Yeah, it's a game of inches, and every play counts. And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Williams. The foul called on Festus Ezeli. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Dellavedova's checked in, and Golden State also making a change. Barbosa's checked in, and now Iguodala running the floor all but that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball, following the score by Golden State. And Thompson kicks to Bergeau. Outside Williams. Three-pointer. Can't get it to go. Iguodala. The shot is off. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Warriors ahead. They lead by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. A chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the ups and downs of the NBA season.
For me, at a younger age, I was never even killed. We would win a playoff game when I was younger. I was excited out of my mind, and then you would lose, and I was the worst person in the world. But I think at this point in my career, I kind of stay even. One game shouldn't affect the next game. You know, you go out and play as hard as you can and live with the results.
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. Has become such the consummate pro.
Yeah, he really has been. It's amazing to see the pressure he's dealt with and the way he's handled it with that even-keeled nature. You know, he's as solid and steady as they come at this point in his career. Nothing phases him. Nothing rattles him.
So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
They've won the effort battle, and that's allowed them to control the backcourt.
And it's been gang rebounding. I mean, everybody has done a great job boxing out for him, and it's showing up on the stat sheet.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin the second quarter. In at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. Barbosa is out there with Curry, and it's Barnes in at the 3.
That's his first personal foul. In for your Cavaliers. Iman Shumpert.
Here's Barbosa. That's good. Barbosa's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Warriors.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tied for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
And you just look back over the career of LeBron, and you have to say he's an all-time great already. I mean, the numbers are there, the multiple championships, some already calling him the best small forward to ever play the game.
Now here's Curry with the teardrop, and Shumpert pulls it down.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
Kicks it out to James, releases, and it takes a hard bounce. And you just look at LeBron, Clark, in a historical context. Last season, he became the first player since Bill Russell and his Celtics to make it to the NBA Finals 5 consecutive years.
Boy, I tell you what, this says even more about LeBron, that whenever he leaves a team, they miss the playoffs. No matter what team he's on, they're favorites to win their conference.
Here's Irving, following the basket by Stephen Curry. No good with the triple. Warriors leading by 4. Barbosa kicks to Green. It's Curry with the drive, and it's good.
Well, here in the second, not as listless. They're showing some signs of life offensively.
You know, steadying themselves. After a tough start, they're back on track.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. The #1 overall pick in 2005, Andrew Bogut. Great expectations, Greg, for the big Aussie coming in.
Yeah, I mean, a phenomenal rebounder and rim protector. He's got that high basketball IQ from a defensive standpoint. You know, and on offense, he averaged over 20 points a game in college. He's an instinctive passer, just not much more you could ask for.
A well-timed shot fake got the defender off the ground right there.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
It's Thompson off the drive. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Thompson's got the lead up to 7 now for the Warriors.
You know, going back to Bogut's fanfare entering the league, was third in Rookie of the Year balloting. Then he went on to have some solid, if unspectacular years, though his shot blocking and defense were always strong.
Outside, Green. And the 3 ball is good. Green's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
And guys, one thing people often forget to mention about Bogut, his passing. What sets him apart as a big man is his court vision, and whether it's from the high post, low post, he can create opportunities for his teammates.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Curry with the steal. Pass to Bogut. And the layup is good. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
And there's a whistle that goes on Amon Shumpert. That is his first foul of the game. Jefferson's checked in for Mozgov. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Bazili comes in for Draymond Green. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Now here's Thompson. He's got 10. Clock at 6. Spates the pass to Thompson. Shoots the 3. Offensive rebound. The basket counts and 1. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Love. Thompson comes in for James. J.R. Smith's checked in for Shumpert. And Mo Williams subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Here is Livingston. He's guarded by Williams. Livingston dishes to Thompson. Spates with a screen on Smith. Thompson is double. Spates with it. Now Smith defending. A 1 near Iguodala as he lets it go. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And Kevin, the knack for the offensive rebound, a big part of what makes this guy special.
Not to mention, Greg, his ability to finish with strength just like that.
Yeah, he's an invaluable asset for them to have. No question about it.
Offensive rebound. Some nice passing by Golden State. Here's Spates. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
There's the feed to Thompson. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Wow, beautiful feed from Mo Williams.
There's a minute left in the first half of basketball.
Timeout. Start it.
And the Warriors decide to take their first timeout here.
You know, it was a bit of a roller coaster year for Mo Williams. I mean, he had that 50-point breakout game, but then later traded away to the Hornets.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Richard Jefferson. Now, here's Thompson. 10 points for him. And the jam by Andre Iguodala.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Here's Smith following the score by Golden State. And of course, Mo Williams, Clark, shipped to the Hornets for their playoff push and helped out there.
I thought overall, Kevin, Mo had a really strong year given his age. Probably his most productive season since his early 20s.
Now here's Williams after the miss from Andre Iguodala. And that one's good.
The offense really coming around here in the second.
It's about rhythm, Clark. They're up above 50% now for the game, and you'll take that on any night. And defensively, there's still some work, though, they're going to have to shore up.
Here's Thompson. Rebound by Anderson Varejau. Varejau's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Iguodala with the steal. And so that brings the first half to a close. Warriors lead by 11.
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with LeBron, and you obviously have been very productive. How pleased are you with where you're getting the basketball and how you're scoring?
I'm very pleased with my individual performance right now, but not so pleased with how I'm trying to help our teammates. I got to do a better job of trying to get our teammates in the flow, as well as keep myself in a good group too. So hopefully I can do a better job of that in the second half.
LeBron, thank you. Kevin, he can't do it by himself.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Klay Thompson brought his A game early tonight. He had 10 points, 2 steals, and 1 rebound. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench. I'm impressed. It was what they needed, the jolt they needed, Ernie. Wow, I never knew their bench. Matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench. Man, keep going, bench guys.
Kenny, let's get your insight on Cleveland.
Their three-point shooters struggle to get into a rhythm. It's a mental thing. You start clanking them, and your teammates start. It's contagious. Now, percentage-wise, shooting in the low 30s, it's not horrific, but it's not great. And they have to improve their accuracy from deep in the second half, or they're going to have a hard time coming back.
And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade and are looking amped up and ready to get going once again. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
I like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
Yeah, it looked a little bit like Greg Anthony in the day. A jitterbug or maybe a gnat with the kind of nuisance he's been as far as defending. Excellent work at that end of the floor for him.
And Kevin Clark's the only guy I know that can call you a gnat and mean it as a compliment.
And make you feel good about it. Yeah.
I appreciate that, Clark.
It's good, Clark. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Irving is out there with Iman Shumpert, and it's Mozgov in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group starting the second half for David Blatt. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
And he gets it to go. And that's now 6 points for Iman Shumpert. Warriors leading by 6. Outside Curry. And the wide open shot from Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 6 assists now in the game. Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick, his emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
Irving kicks to Love. Outside jumper. 5 to shoot. Kicks it out to James. The baseline J. Here's Love, and that's going to be a treble. Here's Curry. He's got 8. Now the dish to Green. Nobody near Barnes. And too long on the shot.
And I really have always felt Draymond Green was one of those unique players. I mean, he kind of a tweener in terms of that small forward, power forward at only 6'7". But he's got toughness. The long arms enable him to defend bigger guys. And also the basketball IQ. You can never discount the importance of understanding what you're doing when you're on the floor.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. The drive by James, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
Bogut, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
And with Draymond Green, he can defend inside. He can cover on the perimeter. I mean, his versatility at both ends of the floor also a huge asset. And you can't have a higher basketball IQ than he does. It really helps him excel at all facets of the game.
Shumpert, no good. Warriors leading by 10. Curry passes to Thompson. And here's Barnes for three. Cavaliers with the rebound.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
And good on the basket. Book it. 14 points for LeBron.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Timeout called the Warriors.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Smith comes in for Shumpert, and it's Williams in for Irving. And then for Golden State, Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Klay Thompson. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Spates. And now here comes Iguodala leading the break. Rebound by Smith.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
And Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, but when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the question. You're just never safe against this team.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for the Cavaliers. And two shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And remember, you go back to when Steph Curry was in college, more of a shooting guard at Davidson, but he's worked relentlessly to not only improve his ball handling, but his vision. And now, all of a sudden, he's one of the most elusive ball handlers in the NBA.
And Curry, certainly, Clark, a magician with the ball in his hands. He can really supply the terrific handle, razzle-dazzle moves, crossovers. He has it all.
He sure does, but on occasion he can be a little loose with it and turn it over some. That's been a focus both by him and the coaching staff. Attack, but do it with precision.
Cleveland moving the ball around. Smith, no good. Warriors leading by 10. Iguodala dishes to Curry. Back to Iguodala. Kicks it out to Barbosa. Lets it go from deep. They get it back. Iguodala, the pass to Curry. Again, Curry missing.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
LeBron, no luck. Golden State's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Barbosa's shot is off.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Dellavedova kicks to Williams. James against Green. 6 on the shot clock. Williams for 3. The Warriors pull it in. Spates has got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Barbosa. Plenty of space. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 9th assist in the game now.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Passes it to Barbosa. And he gets the bucket. Barbosa's got 6.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary, in terms of dealing with their passes.
Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
Clearly a mental lapse at an inopportune time.
Yeah, that's a terrible mistake, Greg, to make it any time, but it's really exacerbated when you make it at this time.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Warriors leading by 14. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Livingston in at point guard. 6 on the shot clock. The 10-footer. Here's Thompson. It's tipped. Jefferson against Barnes. Puts one up from 19. That's good. 6 points for Anderson Varejao.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
To the inside. And there's Bogut. That's good on the assist by Livingston. Bogut's got the lead up to 14 now for the Warriors. Well, Cleveland shooting 47%, pretty solid. Irving dishes to Varejao. Shoots a fader. Feeds to Irving. Back to Shumpert. Irving passes to Love. From deep. From beyond the arc and then some. And it's 9 points for Amon Shumpert. Warriors leading by 11. Here is Livingston. Dishes to Thompson. Love against Green. Pulls up on the elbow. Rebound by Anderson Varejao. Varejao's got 4 rebounds in this game. Bogut kicks to Livingston. Here's Green. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. And it's 7 points for Draymond Green. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Warriors?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, and the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, over the break, I listened in on David Blatt's huddle. He told them that they simply have to step up, saying if we don't make a move now, it's going to be too late. Give them everything you've got. Kevin?
2 shots.
And for Kevin Love, such a big part of that Minnesota Timberwolves franchise. I mean, they drafted him 5th overall back in 08, and really he had been their catalyst his entire career. Even last year when he decided he finally wanted out, he helped the Wolves land Andrew Wiggins in the trade that shook the league. And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Thompson dishes to Curry. Had the space there, but it's offline. Well, Kevin Love, and we've kind of gone over some things in Minnesota with Greg, but Clark, Kevin Love probably wasn't long for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, it was time for fresh scenery, and that's why the Cavs offered up the house, including Wiggins, who eventually became Rookie of the Year, for the chance to get Love.
Golden State ball.
Curry is inside. Covered by Irving. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. Warriors leading by 11. Here's Curry. And that is good.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
And the basket good.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Timeout. Warriors call.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And I think take taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Steve Kerr was just going over the plan with his team. He made sure that everyone was on the same page and that the offense needed to run through Bogut. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. So Coach waiting until the final stages to pull a few tricks out of his sleeve. Kevin, let's see if he's made a wise decision.
Thanks, Doris. It's LeBron with the drive. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Moscow guy was specifically sought after by his coach, Dave Blatt. Remember, Moscow was a favorite of his from when Blatt coached the Russian national team.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. Mozgov and Blatt with a close connection from their international play. Mozgov was a big part of taking home a bronze medal. Remember Clark back in 2012 with Blatt?
Yeah, exactly. In Russia, and now again with the Cavs, Mozgov is showing that Blatt has great confidence and trust in his ability, and that's wonderful for a player.
Irving's shot is good.
And he's made more than his fair share of those today.
1:49 left in the game. Curry with it. Shot, high post. Thompson for the triple. And that one's good. And the Warriors lead by 11.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
And there's the pass to Shumpert. Fires for 3. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 5th assist in this one.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Partner, that's assuming they can continue that hot shooting. But if they do, and especially if they can get a few stops, you have to think they'll make this thing interesting.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Kicks to Shumpert for 3. Draymond Green with the rebound, and Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Warriors leading by 10.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Warriors.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
No, they didn't. They found their way inside effectively all game long. Penetration always produces results.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Curry. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Shumpert against Thompson. Back to Bogut. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Go.
And this is going to be a fantastic result for them. No win on the road comes easy.
Not in the NBA, they don't. And trust me, they're going to take a little extra pleasure in this win, having silenced an entire building of hostile fans.
You know, give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
Simply delaying the inevitable here, Greg. I mean, at this point, even if they miss the free throws, there's not enough time left. And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
I'm watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Yeah, foolish play. He's got to be thinking out there.
Which he clearly wasn't on that play. Or maybe he was thinking just about something other than basketball.
Well, speaking of thinking, back home, guys, we call that a good old-fashioned brain freeze.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. As a unit, the team seemed to have a cohesive approach out there. How important was the lift you got from the bench?
Just do it as a team. You know, it's not an individual effort. We're a real deep team this year. We got a lot of guys who would start on some good teams. So we just just did collectively.
Thank you, Clay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.
I will say this about Steph Curry. There is no player in the league more capable of six.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, guys, that's the end of this video. Subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to drop the like button. And click that little bell to get all new gaming videos. And don't forget to comment in the comment section below. This is the All Knowing Gamer saying peace.